Hi guys, so today your lesson is to focus on that writing. So what we're going to do today is we've done days 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. We finished reading today and most likely you've written some notes in these areas. So all these areas have notes at this time. And what you're going to do, since we're on day 5 and 6, is organize your notes and write your body paragraphs, only the yellow boxes. So that means that the yellow boxes, your paragraphs 1, 2, well, your paragraphs 2, 3, 4, are the ones that you're using for writing. So in Technology and You, we learned some facts about television and how much people watch and whatnot. So now I'm going to write my paragraph. It is informational, so it's not an opinion, and I have to make sure that I'm not letting my reader know how I feel about it. I'm actually just giving the facts. So when I write my body paragraphs, which you might write 2 or 3, depending on how far you got in your reading, in your notes. So you're going to cite some of the things that you already took notes from and you're going to write those paragraphs. Remember that the paragraphs have to be based on your introduction. So think about, what am I going to say in my introduction that stands out in my body paragraph? So when I'm doing this, I want to say something that is very important. I want to actually remember when we looked at that rubric on Monday, on last Monday, we talked about how important it is to have a focus. So we want to make sure that we establish a focus early on and that we keep that focus. So if we're talking about body paragraph number 1, we're talking about Technology and You. That's all we should focus on. So based on Technology and You, you're going to write this paragraph. So if you look back at the source, it says that today most of us have cell phones, televisions, and access to the internet. Believe it or not, 15 years ago, there was not that case. In fact, technology is growing so quickly that we can't even keep track of how it's affecting our day-to-day lives. How many hours you would say you spend in front of the television each day? For most Americans, it's somewhat 4 to 6 hours a day. More importantly, 99% of all Americans' households have at least one television, and 49% of them admit that they watch their TV too much. Look at this data below to see some of the effects behind how much television affects us each year. And it goes on all the facts, and then it also tells that you spend more time watching television than in school, and even though it can be great ways of learning, it is not always used for the right reasons. So as you read this, you took some notes, and now it's the time to write that first paragraph. Remember, that first paragraph should be all about Technology and You. Only this part should be your first paragraph. So let's think about how I would write it. So if I was writing, technology has affected us in various ways. Many believe, um, not many, I'm sorry, I can't say believe because it's informational, so I have to make sure that I give data. Um, More than 99% of American households have a television in their home or own a television. Notice how I started with kind of an open statement here, kind of a very general statement, and then I went into the data. So I said that more than 90% of American households own a television. Now, these are not my words, so I better make sure that I put quotation marks in there. Okay? And then I can keep writing on. Now make sure that as you write that body paragraph that it makes sense. You'll do the same thing with body paragraph 2. Of course, this is just a little bit, and you continue on writing much more than what I wrote because I don't want to write it for you. But when you go to paragraph 2, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to your notes on cyber safety and talk about those things that are very important to you about cyber safety. Kind of like if personal information has gone online. That's a very general statement. Then start using your data and backing up your thinking. Okay, but again, it is not an opinion piece. So you're not telling how you feel about it, you're telling information that you read from the text. The same thing if you got to read television friend or foe, you're going to write that third paragraph about your notes in this area and you're going to make sure that it goes in here. Okay, so all you're doing is writing your paragraphs 1, 2, and 3 today and tomorrow, Tuesday, which is also today, depending on the day you're watching the video. So you're going to write these 3 paragraphs and making sure that each paragraph has a title too. So for your body paragraph, you're going to do this. You're going to make sure that this body paragraph has a title, okay? And it's called Technology and You because that's the name of the article that we read. The same thing here, I would call this one cyber safety and then write about it. These are your subsections. Informational writing often has subsections because they inform about something specific. So we want to make sure that that's there. You'll do the same thing here. You would title it Television Friend or Foe and then write your paragraph. So make sure that that's there and that you have enough information, okay? So just make sure that you get those body paragraphs there and then you'll be good to go.